Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Major League Gaming Guild Wars 2 Invitational. We're about to head into Game 2 of Nonstop Nonsense versus Denial. Last game, oh my god, last game was so close. Actually coming down to the timer finish, something we rarely see here in Guild Wars 2, and it was neck and neck. Just an amazing, amazing finish there, Shawn. Why don't you give us
4 points.
Yeah, a 4-point difference.
So the game was extremely close. Nonstop Nonsense had about a 25-point lead. Denial was actually able to get the last point NPC kill, giving them 25 points. It was even like 445 to 445. But Nonstop Nonsense actually had 1 capture point, and they were able to get like 4 points extra in the last 3 seconds of the game, and they were able to take that victory right there. It was an extremely close game, and it was really fun to watch.
And as well, right before we started there, actually, I think the game is starting, so if we want to...
Yeah, let's go ahead and pop into this, but we'll leave you up, Blue, so you can talk about this as we go into it.
But yeah, I noticed there right before, they actually left their thief. They actually left Vanish, sort of left him for dead there, and let NN take him out. If they had stayed behind, because everybody else was rushing over to the Hens, but if they had stayed behind a Resin, there was a possibility they might have not have gotten enough points to win there. So just showing you how close those games can be in Guild Wars 2.
All right, Shawn, let's check this out as we go into the splits here. I'm interested in seeing Hellset.
So, yeah, let's look at this right here, because it looks like they will be invading onto Waterfall.
Yeah, absolutely. So Hellset is going to be popping that stealth there for his team and just going in. He's actually not... He is stealth. It's just a little graphical bug on my end. So we'll have to see what Guts does as this aggression goes in on him. I'm on Hellset's viewpoint right now. He's going to be going in, popping a lot of his skills right now, actually using his portal play. This is something we see Hellset do a lot. He's just so mobile. He's going to know that once his team is set up in a certain area, or if there's too much pressure in another area, he'll pop that portal, come back into the mid, and I think that might be why he wasn't exactly stealth all the way there, as he does join this mid fight here, Shawn, and I think that everyone here is converging to the mid except for Fluid, and I think that's Conrad Quest here from NN on the quarry point.
Yeah, we do have that Ranger fight going on at mine right there. Fluid was actually stopped by Conrad. Conrad pushed really fast in there to keep the point neutralized. So Nonstop Nonsense actually has that 31-point lead just due to that free cap waterfall right there.
Oh my god, Shawn. Conrad Quest, though, able to get Fluid stomped out, and they'll get a 2-cap right off the bat on Quarry. Just really outplaying Denial right now.
Nonstop Nonsense is actually winning that mid fight as well. They're doing a really good job. Denshi going down right there. Guts trying to pop off that blind. He does get Shadow Refuge, and Freylina will try and get this rev right here.
She will actually get it, then she will get up, and she'll say stealth. That Shadow Refuge was just probably the single thing that kept him alive, but what's worth noting from NN is that once they popped that Shadow Refuge, they immediately threw down some AoE where they knew Denshi was to try and kill him. Unfortunately for them, wasn't effective in actually getting him, but Adira was actually getting knocked down here into the downstate. Here comes a stomp from Freylina. Will he get it off? No, Freylina opts to come out, but his teammate will follow through with a Dolyak stomp. I think that was Hellseth getting that stomp there.
Yeah, Adira going down, so now we have Denial with that lead there in mid. Denshi doing a really good job at just hunting people down. As we've seen throughout this night, Warriors just seem to hunt down the Necros, try and CC them to death, and just kill them, get them out of the fight. And that's pretty much what we saw right there.
Oh my god, Hellseth was at 200 health. Of course, the max health is way above 200 there. Just able to get out at the perfect time, heal up, and come back and rejoin the mid fight. Unfortunately, Denial doesn't, for all the great things they're doing in this team fight, they don't have a point yet. They're trying to get Waterfall right now. Let's check out what Fluid is doing over here on Radom. Radom's able to stay alive through this 3-man fight, or 2-man fight here. There's Vanish, there's Fluid here, trying to knock him down. He's really low right now. He might go down here as he goes into his rage, but there it is. He's going to the downstate. Fluid gonna try and get a stomp off, but he was stunned. He'll get interrupted once again.
Okay.
The pet, though.
So if Guts is able to get the Shadow Refuge on Radom,
oh my god,
the Shadow Refuge. Instead of revving him, he's actually going to go straight on Fluid. He's actually got the steal, and so he's able to get that Tree of Life healing right there. Radom is back up again. They're going to be able to get this.
That was the single most clutch steal I've ever seen in the entire history of this game, Shawn. That the ability to just go in there, steal, get that healing spring off, heal your teammate to full, and pretty much after the almost, like, he had almost no health in that downstate, Shawn. But over here on the mid, I'm in on Eppley as he's trying to get something done here on the mid point, but Hellseth is just chunking him down.
Yeah, and Nadir going down, Guts going down. Denial's pushing so heavily into Waterfall right now, and it's really working out for them. Radoom trying to get the rev, but Adira gets stomped, and now he's 1v4 right there.
Yep, that was totally, that was Denchi getting in for the, getting the kill there, but Radom is back, everyone's sort of back here. Worth mentioning though, Conrad Quest is going towards the quarry, and Helseth is just being a general nuisance towards Eppley in the middle here. Let's check out what Conrad Quest is doing right now, as he is getting on that point, but he will not get decapped, as we do see Helseth is back here. We do also, Helseth is just able to do a lot of havoc and then pop back through that portal. Denchi able to do so much damage to him, and it looks like Conrad Quest is relying on his spirits though, and that pet to be able to keep him alive, and the Sun Spirit is the only thing left. All the cooldowns are up though, he cannot use them, the healing goes down, he doesn't really have any sort of utility outside of his fear from his pet there, and it looks like Conrad Quest is going to be running around trying to stay alive here on Quarry, and Denchi is going to try and chunk him down once again.
And that really just shows the knowledge that Denchi has. He really knows that matchup. He went straight for the spirits to get him out of the way. 1v1ing a Spirit Ranger when they don't have any spirits available is definitely a lot easier. Unfortunately, Radoom came in here, so he now has to 2v1. I don't think he's going to be able to survive for that much longer.
Yeah, he does go into the downstate. Here's a double stomp. He cannot interrupt both of them, so he does kind of give up there, allowing Blue to sort of take this. But look at this. It's Denial with the only capture point for right now. And oh my god, as I say that, they both get flipped. Guts is going to get Waterfall. Denial's putting so much pressure here in the mid. And it looks like Freylina got a stomp in the mid as well. So let's go in with Freylina, this Guardian in the middle point. This team fight is sort of going in so far. We do have a DC on Eppley. It looks like Eppley came right back in though, as she is on my stream. I think it was Conrad Quest just kind of calling it out there. But Radom here in the mid Shawn. Warrior on the hammer. You're going to use these knockdown skills to his full advantage. What sort of thing would you do here as the hammer warrior?
I just hope you get some backup, pretty much. Radoom has proven himself really well when he's got some backup, but every time it's 1v1 or 2v1, he's having a lot of trouble, mostly because he'll just get cleaved down and cleaved down. But when he has someone like Guts with him, they're pretty unstoppable.
Yep, Adira's coming in to join him. Of course, that's the condition damage he can use. As long as he's sort of soaking up some sort of damage and keeping people stunned, he can keep them in one place for Adira to just run havoc on them. But Radoom is going down. Helseth is coming in for a stealth stop, and he'll get it through. And Helseth able to just knock people down, but he is very low. And of course, once again, a clutch heal from him as he's coming back to about, I don't know, 20% health. Adira going down as well in the mid. We'll see if he gets stomped, though. It might just be Fluids going in. Oh, yeah, it looks like Vanish will get the stomp. He'll get interrupted, but he's going in for a second time, and there it is. So Red will get this midpoint if Blue doesn't send another person in momentarily to do it, and the only person really available is Conrad Quest or Radom.
Yeah, and we do see both thieves actually going really heavily to pop those steals onto the Warriors. They love that Whirlwind ability for just that massive damage cleave you get as the thief. And that's one thing that really sets thieves apart from being a good thief and being a bad thief, is knowing when to steal. So we see those steals on the Warriors. We're getting the Whirlwinds. We see the steals on the Rangers to get that Tree of Life. And you really see the separation from a mediocre thief and the great thieves that we have right here.
Check out what's going on with Radom, though. He's going into the Lord, the base here. He's going to try and get the Lord. We do have a disconnect for real this time. Radom going to try and get in on the soldier. He's going to peel him off 1 by 1, 2 by 2. It looks like he'll try and do some work here. But now in this 4v5, I don't know if they're going to be able to start putting the aggression they need to. Meanwhile, though, we do see Denial is going to try and get as much of a fight in as possible over here in Quarry. They've pushed NN here. And of course, if NN does wipe here, they can always respawn and go back to Waterfall, but they're gonna have to deal with Denchi in the meantime.
Yeah, Denchi's actually pushing into their base right now. Radoom, so you got the Warriors in the base right now. Both teams trying to get this Lord. Hopefully NN can hold off long enough to get their player back in this game. 4v5 in Guild Wars is often very, very hard to win.
Absolutely, and of course Helseth actually goes down defending his own base here. Looks like Guts is able to chunk him down, and he's going to DPS the body of Helseth, and he's going to actually join Radom in this aggression here. And really, they don't have enough points to end this game, but they'll come really close, Shawn. About, I don't know, probably 70, maybe 50, 70 points there within range of victory, and they are going to lose Quarry here momentarily if they don't put on some more aggression. Radom, though, he's 1v1ing the Lord. He needs Guts to come up here. Guts actually went back to the Quarry to join point to keep the fight going. Hellseth off the respawn, coming up to do Redoom some justice here. Redoom's stunned by the Red Lord momentarily. Nullfield goes down from Hellseth. We'll see if something goes down. Vanish actually bassies him. Red Lord is so low though. Let's go in with Redoom. Oh my god, Shawn, he might get this.
He's just trying to get the CC off on them so he can get the damage onto Lord. And this is going to be very close. He actually might be able to rally off the Lord if he's able to get that deep. Oh,
no!
Lord has no health, and he's able to get that Signet heal to come right back in.
Guts came in though. He's trying to get some damage on the Lord. He will drop down, and he will not have the chance with that amount of health to go in and do that. They were not able to stop the interrupt, to actually do the interrupt rather on the Red Lord's heal, and they will not get the points they need to end the game. So really, what we're going to see is a refocusing of NN, realizing, okay, let's stop this Lord push. Let's get back to points and get back to playing seriously. They don't have much of a chance.
You do have Conrad coming in right though. So the Lord is regenning health. He's actually completely regen to full. He does have his healing signet back up, but Conrad's in here. Rangers versus the Lord is actually really, really good. They're usually pretty favorited, but Vanish is here to try and stop him. Conrad might be able to heal through it. Again, this game is getting very, very close. We do have Denial and the Lord kill range. If they kill Lord right now, they win. Nonstop Nonsense needs another 23 points to actually win with the successful Lord kill.
Yep, they're gonna respawn and push mid. Of course, their teammate is pushing the Lord right now. I'm on him for you guys to see. Let's go in with Conrad Quest to see what sort of stuff is going on there. But it looks like Conrad Quest has got him down to about 40% health, and he's doing so much work. He's got the knockdown. He's got the pet able to do it. Will he be able to interrupt the heal though? Is the question. And the Red Lord dies. They are 477 points, but there's a 3 cap for Denial here. Conrad Quest may not leave this base alive, as he is going to drop and vanish. He's going to just run right off past him and see if he can sort of deal some damage and get these points recapped. Radom able to decap Quarry. We'll see if his teammates can do anything without that 5th member. There's just such an unlucky disconnect for Nonstop Nonsense there, and their teammate hasn't come back. Of course, teammates can come back in pretty much as soon as they load the game once again after a crash. So really, it's just a technical issue on his end. We do have the Adira coming back though. He's going to pop into that Death Shroud form, going to stay alive for just a little bit longer. They need this point. They need these kills. Actually, I think if they take these kills, they can really turn this game and win it.
Yeah, this is going to be very... I don't know what's going to happen right now. We have Vanish going down. Fluid's so close. Guts is down. He's probably going to get stomped right here by Denji. Yes, Guts does get stomped, so that's another 5 points for Denial. Redoom's going down. He's at such low health right now, so he is down right there. Another 5 points when he gets stomped. They're going to be able to keep Fluid up. So Nonstop Nonsense got to 477 from that Lord kill, and they have not been able to get back since.
And they are just now getting evened out. In 2 seconds, they'll lose their lead here. They really need to come back in this fight to end this game, or we're going to be going to a game 3, which I think I would prefer that. But here comes Hellseth jumping for victory as he knows that they're going to win here. It's 493 to 477, and just a matter of time until Denial wins this game with 3 minutes left on the clock for Alina, waiting on some defense and Waterfall, and there it is, a death of Adira there, sealing the game for Denial. We have a 1-1, our first 1-1 of the tournament.
Yep, and we do have Blue Team rather sad right now. They know they probably would have had that victory if they would have had their 5th member right there. Hopefully we can get them in the game rather quick. Playing without a Guardian is often very hard. You know, not having a bunker, not having those boons and those heals, they make team fights pretty difficult. They did really, really good without him. They were able to get the Lord, but unfortunately, they just didn't have the resources to hold on to a point and get those last 23 points that they needed.
That's right, Blue. We saw that the failure of the Lord interrupt the first time around, and the continue to push in. Was that the right decision for them?
Honestly, I don't think it was to push. I mean, granted, towards the end, they did get that Lord kill, but in the grand scheme of things, at least in a regular game, I would not have gone for that, as the Lord had gone back up to full health, and it was more of just a futile push at that point. I would like to know, however, how well Nonstop Nonsense was doing, despite the fact that they were at 4v5. They did not just give up. They kept going, and they pulled off a pretty close game, despite the fact that it was 4v5.
Yeah, this Nonstop Nonsense team that we're seeing right now is extremely strong. They're doing really, really well. Do you think they would have won that game if they had Eppley right there?
I think so, yeah. Absolutely.
All right. So Eppley, he's logging back into the game right now. They got him back on TeamSpeak. Hopefully they can get him back in the game. One thing to note is these games are taking place on the North American servers. So some of the EU players do have some problems with ping, and that's why we're seeing those disconnects and stuff like that.
That's right, Shawn. Of course, we're going to give everybody some time to get back into the game, and in the meantime, don't be afraid to hashtag MLG, tweet all the votes, tweet you nonstop for Nonstop Nonsense, and I think it's hashtag denial or hashtag den. We'll get you that information shortly, guys. But we're going to go to a quick commercial break, allow everybody and everyone to get back in, re-strategize, refocus. So we're going to the Battle of Kylo, which is a map we haven't seen yet in this tournament. It's a map that I love. I know everyone here really likes this map. So stick around, guys. We'll be right back after this break.